On a specific Monday morning, senior director of our client called me and mentioned that she had approved a journal and it's posted in primary ledger, but the journal is not appearing in the second ledger. The dollar value of the journal is $1 million. She mentioned that it's very important that the journal should appear in the second ledger so that she can generate her FRS reports from second ledger and complete her month-end reporting. I asked her if she can raise a ticket so that my team can take a look into it. She looked in her direct reportee, who is a senior manager, and then I asked her a couple of questions, and finally, we were able to figure out the solution for this issue. In this video, I'll explain the issue in detail and the solution. This is Arvind Varaganti, and you are watching Oracle EBS and Fusion Videos channel. Ask the user if he's facing this issue only with this specific journal or all the journals. User mentioned that he's facing this issue only for this specific journal. So this gave us a clue that the issue is specific only to this journal and there is no problem with any other journals. And then ask the user if he ever used the company code used in this journal in the past, and user confirmed that yes, this company code was also used in many other journals in the past, and there was no issue ever faced when this company code was used. And lastly, I asked the user if the general category which is used in the channel was ever used in the past, and user was not able to recollect if the general category was ever used in the past. And then we continued our research and found the solution. Before I get into the solution, let me replicate this in our test environment, and then we'll get into the solution. So let me get into the Fusion environment. So in this my current test environment, my primary ledger is Reliance USD ledger, and my second ledger is a sub-ledger level second ledger where the functional currency is INR. Now let me try to replicate this issue. General accounting, journals, choose the primary ledger which is Reliance USD ledger. And now let me try to pass the journal entry and post it, and then we should be able to see that the journal will not be transferred to the second ledger. I'll just say test PL not copied, or rather I would say test journal not copied from primary to secondary. Probably use the same for journal name, and let me use the category as allocations, and the source is manual. Let me try to pass a simple journal entry wherein I just want to debit maybe an expense account and credit say cash or bank account. Sorry. Search for sales salaries. Okay, maybe 50,000. Debit the salaries account, and credit should go to say cash account or bank account. Okay, so 50,000. Then now let me save this and post this. I mean, approval is not required in this test environment because I've disabled that. Now let me wait for the journal to be posted, and then let's check if this particular journal will be transferred to the second ledger. Batch status is processing. Wait for the posting program to be completed. Yeah, it's posted. Now let me search for this particular journal in my secondary ledger. Reliance INR sub-ledger level second ledger. This is my second ledger. And if I go to manage journals and search for the journals in September 2024, but I should not be able to see that journal. If you remember, the journal is for an amount of $50,000. I'm not able to see the journal, and that particular journal as a source of manual and category of allocation. So if you see here, you have other categories but not the allocation. Now the reason for this is, after our analysis, we found out that there is a setup through which you can exclude certain journal source and journal category combination to be restricted from being transferred from primary ledger to the second ledger. Again, in the current case, my current user is not aware that there is a request which has come from some other business users, and based on that particular business user, this particular setup is done. Now let me show you that particular setup which made system not to push that particular journal entry from primary ledger to the second ledger. So let me go to setup and maintenance. So go to setup and maintenance, and financials offering general ledger functional area, and go for complete primary to second ledger mapping. So here this is my primary ledger, this is my second ledger, and if you scroll down here, there is a mapping. You can see here the journal source manual and category of allocations. The mapping says transfer journals to this secondary ledger is no. For other sources, for you can see general source of other and general category of other, transfer journals to this just second ledger is yes. And there are the three other sources as well, two other sources as well. So totally for these three combinations, whenever the journals are posted in the primary ledger, they will not be propagated or transferred to the second ledger. But for all other journal sources and other journal category, you can see other and other. So that means all other journal sources and all other journal categories, system will push those entries from primary to secondary. So now what I'll do is I'll change this from say no to yes. If you change general conversion rules once transactions are entered, inconsistent transaction but account balance can occur. Do you want to continue? That's fine. I'll just say yes. Okay, so now save and close. Now let me try to post a fresh journal with this particular journal source and journal category and see if the journal would be pushed from primary to second ledger. So there will be certain test journal PL2. Okay, there will be certain business reasons why users will request such kind of scenarios wherein they do not want certain journals to be pushed from primary to secondary. So I'll just say test journal PL2 SL. Use the same thing for journal. Oh, I think I should have changed the data access set. Let me select this one. Okay. Create a journal. Paste journal PL2 SL. Now select the same journal category of allocations. Source is manual. Now again pass a simple journal entry. Again, you can use any debits and credits. I just want to use the same example. Debit sales salary account and credit the bank account. Okay, probably this time I just want to use a different amount. Maybe I want to use say 200,000. Okay, now you can say save, post, selected for posting, wait for the posting job to be completed. Okay, it's posted. Now let me change the data access set to secondary ledger and search for this journal. If you remember, the journal amount is for 200,000. See, you can see the unposted journal got created. Now you can just open the journal and post this particular journal. So this is how we resolved this issue. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle EBS and Fusion Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.